Hi, let's talk about the single most common question received at Tyner Creek, and that is, no matter what I do, my students are not getting assignments on their screen. There are 2 reasons that this would happen. 3 reasons that this would happen. Click on Students and Teachers, see your roster, and what you want to do is see if the student is enrolled. You even have a search filter. You could say no, and you're only looking for students that are not enrolled because to scan through a list of 75 kids might take you too much time. Use your filter, search. Walter's student is not currently enrolled. What that means is he's on hold. He may have temporarily withdrawn. He may have an illness. We have not officially deleted him completely from the website because he has some information in here, a personalized learning plan, assignments, grades, history, any of that stuff that we don't want to have to put back in the system when he returns to school. So you could simply, when that happens, is uncheck the box for enrolled, and that means the website is going to kind of ignore Walter when doing grades, assignments, reports, or anything else. Now, when you're ready to start sending assignments to Walter again, simply edit his contact information, check the box to enroll, and submit. Now, Walter will not show up in that filter because he is enrolled. Also, for Walter, if you look at your roster, you will see enrolled is yes. Okay? That's the first reason that a student would not get assignments. The second reason is your start dates. So I'm going to go into View or change the curriculum listed, and I'm going to specifically look at Walter. And I'm specifically going to look at his Bright Thinker Comprehend Math Semester A. When I enrolled him, I set a start date of September 8th. If it is prior to September 8th, no assignments will be sent. The start date tells the website when to start sending assignments. That is a very common misconception. Teachers don't understand that the start date means they won't get assignments until the start date. The last and most common reason by far are the 2 different types of assignments. Your website has 2 types of assignments, from pacing list, repeating weekly. Those are the 2 choices when you enroll a student in a curriculum. Before you enroll in a curriculum, you should know exactly what you're enrolling in. If it's the first time you've used a course and you don't know yet, always download the most recent course list. Do not use the one that you downloaded 2 weeks ago because literally curriculum is added every day. It's going to look like this. You can sort this by title if you want. You could sort it by subject or grade level, however you want to do it. The reason you want this course list is sometimes a course is grade level specific. There are other courses in here that apply to all grade levels or more than one, not necessarily all, but multiple. If you're looking for something specific, you can Control F, and let's look at vocabulary practice on your website because I want to find it to determine is it supposed to be repeating weekly or from a pacing list. From this list here, I know exactly how to search for it. It is not grade level all, it is grade level specific. The other thing that we had on Walter's screen was his Bright Thinker Grade 5 mathematics. Well, before we enroll in that, we want to look and make sure of the details. I think there was probably a 5 in there. There we go. So, Bright Thinker Grade 5 Mathematics, and it was Semester A, is definitely grade level specific. Kind of obvious from the name, but I want to demonstrate how you're going to do this. What if you're wondering about a vocabulary? If it's above it, it won't find it. There's a setting. And there's your vocabularies. And there's some that are a little lower. It is grade level specific. Once you know how to search for a curriculum, before you add them to the pacing, we're going to first go to curriculum, and the one I'm specifically going to look at is vocabulary practice, now that I know it's grade level specific, and Bright Thinker Math Semester A, now that I know it's grade level specific. Keep in mind, this will not be on my screen. I have not enrolled the student yet. View available. Use the information that you found on the course list that you downloaded. ELA, grade level specific, and there is exactly what I'm looking for. First, look at the assignments in the curriculum. Now, there is a hint on this page. It only has 4 assignments. From a pacing list, that would be a list of assignments that you're going to pace out to the end of the semester. 4 probably will not last long. So it's pretty obvious that this is going to be the same assignment that repeats weekly, but there are 4 choices. Why? Every student is different. Every teacher is different. The 4 that are in here are the most popular ways to assign vocabulary practice on your website. When you click See the assignments in the curriculum, now it's even more obvious, or it should be, that this is the same assignment that will repeat each week. For a younger student, it's probably realistic that they practice for 5 minutes a day. For an older student, 15 minutes a day is a pretty good estimation. This tells you this is not first assignment, second assignment, third assignment, fourth assignment. They would be finished with their vocabulary practice in the first 4 days of school. You have to put some thought with this and figure out what it needs to do. This needs to show up on the student screen every single week. It is a repeating weekly assignment. Now let's look at our other one. Curriculum, view available. We're in math. We're grade level specific. And it was Bright Thinker Comprehend, and it's Semester A we were looking at. It has 92 assignments, which is another strong hint that this is a whole semester's list. However, some repeating weeklies do have a lot of choices, so we can't go solely based on that number. Let's see the assignments in this curriculum. Now, hopefully you realize that lesson 1, practice, lesson 2, activity, practice, quiz, lesson 3, you're not going to do the assessment lesson 1 repeating each week. You're not going to do this lesson every week over and over and over. That doesn't make sense. Actually take a minute to read the assignment titles and you will know this isn't a curriculum where they start at the top of the list and work their way through, and probably at the end of the semester they're going to end with some sort of a test. Their final unit test. And then we're going to tell our teacher we finally finished Bright Thinker Comprehend. This is from a pacing list. Get this information before you enroll your students. Now, once you've enrolled the students the correct way, that does wonders for your assignments list. So we have vocabulary practice as repeating weekly. We have our grade 5 math semester A as from a pacing list. Let's send assignments to Walter because he's now enrolled and our start date is in the past. Everything should be working fine. This is September 15th. These will start. Everything should be good. Pacing, send next week's assignments. We're going to just choose Walter because I want a short screen for you. And hopefully you see vocabulary practice doesn't have anything. But wait, where is my 3 stars every day? It is a repeating weekly assignment. This one worked fine. From a pacing list is fine. He's going to get 5 math assignments next week. Perfect. But vocabulary practice, there is something wrong. When you see a problem with this list, do not, under any circumstances, ever, never, don't click this button. Do not click this button if this preview is not correct. If you go ahead and click it, you're going to have to go back and fix things. We don't want you to do extra work. Let's instead go to the curriculum that Walter has and let's see what the problem is. Repeating weekly means the same assignment is going to repeat weekly. How does your website know what you as the teacher for Walter's student want him to do? It doesn't. You have to tell it. It cannot read your mind. Every teacher is different. Every student is different. What I choose for Walter might not be the same for Susie. So for only repeating weekly, you do not do this for the pacing list. Did you see that semester A was working perfectly fine? Leave those alone. Repeating weekly, you're going to view or edit the student's assignment. And if you look, everything is not assigned. That's because I never told the website what I wanted Walter to do each week. Walter's a big kid. I want him to work 15 minutes a day in vocabulary. I'm going to make this assigned manually. I'm going to save it. Now I have 2 courses, the semester A math, the vocabulary practice. I have chosen my repeating weekly assignment. I've left my from pacing list alone. Now pacing, send next week's assignments. I'm only going to choose Walter. On your typical Monday morning, you'll preview for all students at once. I want a short screen. Now do you see the difference? There we go. Walter has his vocabulary practice repeating weekly now, and he has his 5 math. We're good. I'm going to send it because I want you to see one more piece. This is the 3rd most popular question we get. How do I get the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday check boxes? Let's log in as Walter. Let's go to this week's assignment. Now, because vocabulary practice is repeating weekly, we get those lovely check boxes that the student wants to keep track. And because Bright Thinker Semester A is from a pacing list, we have a list of assignments down here. That should cover all questions you have when you're missing assignments. Have a great school year and have a great day.